September 6th, 2018 is going by very fast. My name is Chris McCleary with your daily CIRF report. We're looking for the daily collective influence. The main influence is going to be affecting the way that you think, feel, and behave. If you're under this influence, then you'll know what to do. Based on this CIRF report, we talk about what the influence is, we hone in on it and triangulate, and then once we know what it is, we will talk about how to surf those energies. And if you're interested in getting daily updates, then please subscribe and click the bell. And let's go ahead and get started with the astrology. If you notice, I've got a little bit different setup, and this is going to continue to change and morph. Thanks for your patience as we get more settled in with our software here. The moon is just about to enter into Leo. By the time that this is published, it probably will be in Leo because I'm doing this awfully early today. Mercury, as we mentioned earlier, just now freshly into Virgo. Any questions there? Go back to yesterday's CIRF report, and we still have the quincunx to Mars, and that's still alive and well. We have the sun in Virgo still, but the main news today is Saturn. And Saturn is turning direct, which in order to turn direct relative to the Earth, it has to go into a period of stationary. So it's stationed right now, so it's basically a spotlight of energy, of its energy onto the Earth, and that's going to be there for a while as it builds up momentum in the direct position. And when we were in retrograde Saturn, it was more about inner work and inner stability and inner challenges. But now we're looking at the outside, the outer world. We're going to be stabilizing the outer world or creating plans in the outer world that's going to be affecting other people. Does the DreamBot agree? And let's zoom in. The collective dreams are showing a couple themes. Now, remember a few days ago, September 3rd, September 4th, we were seeing massive waves. And then on the 5th, yesterday, all that went away. And now we're back to this. Number one word is waves. And then in the red arrows, massive, sun, awake, impression, and long. I also included fades because anytime you have a light that emanates, it eventually kind of fades away. So that's kind of the end result of this. So maybe it's whatever this is, if it's predicting something, it's coming and then going, fading away. But the strong part of this is it's massive. And if you go back to the 3rd and 4th DreamBot runs, we are looking at the sun and massive and these same words, awake. So now it could be just a period of this astrology. Remember, we've got the sun in Virgo, but with the moon going into Leo, we got the Mercury and Saturn has just gone direct recently, and now Saturn going direct. So not that Saturn is, all this yang like Mercury and Mars are, but still it's a yang type of influence. Now, where is Saturn in all this? Well, I'd like to postulate that the dreams are Saturn is showing up in the dreams in these blue words. So exercise, cabinet. Now, let me explain cabinet here really quick before I continue with the other words. Cabinet can be double meaning. It's in the kitchen, holds your dishes. That's the obvious meaning. But there's also cabinet like a political cabinet. But either way, it's a structure. So that's why I included it here in the Saturn theme. Suggestion. Saturn likes to suggest. Take impression, rather sat, as in Saturn, and boss. So work-related. There's a lot of work-related things here, structure things here, and then even the word sat. So Saturn is clearly here, and then you even have the numerology included in here, dress and blanket. 6 is typically about caring and nurturing, although it really cares about that inner network of friends, family. And so you're going to be building, I'm sorry, 6 cares about the norms and customs and traditions. So that's more structure in the social structure, but nonetheless, it's there. So numerology, DreamBot, and astrology agrees that Saturn is the biggest collective influence today. And so what are we going to be doing with this? How do we surf this? Well, it's all about structure. And if you want to really capitalize on this, you're going to be building something in maybe your work environment and your family, something that oriented towards adding value to other people's lives. And that might be very structural in nature. It might be planning something, or it might be physical, like this gentleman on top of some high-rise structure. You could be doing that like with your hands, something very physical, but it doesn't have to be. But there is a lot of yang out there, and that's clear. Even if this big massive wave thing, even if that's not like some sort of solar solar flare, it's still yang. So there's a lot of doing to be done, and Saturn's showing you what structure needs to be set in place in your life and the lives around you. So don't waste this energy. Plan it out early and go do it today. This is your chance. You'll have probably a few days of this influence, and then we'll see what other influence is on follow-on days. I really appreciate everybody's likes and follows and shares. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate this. Thanks for your patience. We're going to be adding a bunch of new stuff, but slowly. I don't have a lot of time. This is kind of more of a hobby of mine, but it is getting used to this software, and I've got some computer limitations which I'm working through. Wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of glitchy still. I tried to work through some of the settings to prevent it from being glitchy. I have another computer with NVIDIA. I might have to bring that one up instead, but I'm not going to be doing that until the end of September at a minimum. So I'm going to make this one work in the meantime. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful 6th of September. We'll see you tomorrow.